0809-030-6416. The first 5 person, just send me a message now. Boom! We are giving airtime. All I had. Just, hey, we're giving airtime today. Oh, please, we all load, you all bomb your phone now. Airtime. Just send me, just send me the message. All right, and I'll be giving the airtime right away on the program. But first things first, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very serious conversation to have. Yes, forget the antics, forget me, just ignore me. Okay, all right. Now, we want to give you a very interesting conversation that I hope you will take to your members when you meet for fellowship at your various meeting points later on today, because it's a Friday. You know that, right? Good. Very good. Now, in the news yesterday, 34 people have died from drinking toxic illicit alcohol in southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Now, the incident happened in Kalaruchi district. 80 other residents have been hospitalized. And officials say that the death toll could rise further. Now, 2 people have been arrested so far amid investigations. A senior police officer has been suspended for negligence alongside 10 members of the state's Prohibition Enforcement Wing, which oversees the smuggling of illicit alcohol in the state. But ladies and gentlemen, it is not the very first time this has happened. Oh no, it's happening in very many countries around the world. And in 2015, River State, Port Harcourt, became the epicenter of an investigation. Remember when, people were dying after they came in contact with some alcohol? In fact, there was even a PSA that we were putting out back then. Avoid ospere, avoid ogogoro, that period. In fact, just for this particular conversation, I dug out a journal. There was a journal on that particular incident in Port Harcourt, and it's in the public space. I'm sharing that with you this morning. But I have questions to ask, and I'm sorry because I like Fridays and I want you all to be safe on this wonderful Friday morning. It's my duty to make sure that you are safe. Now, one, are the consumers, that will be you, and you. Are you bothered about where you get your beverages, your recreational beverages? It's Friday. Very soon now, before you know what happens, bam! 4:30 have reached. Knock, bang, guy. Everybody rush to their various places. But you're going to buy Isewu, you're going to buy Pium, you're going to buy matching ground. So you're also going to buy Unkwobi, pepper soup, and all the rest. Are you worried about, do you even bother where your local beverages, do you know where they are coming from? And then secondly, and very importantly, with the increase in everything, particularly as we're talking about beverages, the pump price for your regular bottle of stout or beer has jumped up. Are the local distillers, are they meeting your needs? Well, let's find out on this jolly Friday morning.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
And now, hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
All right, so 017-923-0002, 0817923-0007, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0007. All right, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. All right, we're done. I'm seeing all the messages. Some people are saying hello, yes. We're giving you airtime. Don't worry. I'll tell all of you, those of you who will be giving the airtime right away. During the commercial break, I'll let you know. I'll just be buzzing all of you right now. God's will. All right, good morning to you. All right, Alfred Somari. All right, okay. All right, good morning. All right, this one says, Jude, nothing will stop our regular weekend. It has come, even the high cost of booze. So let's agree. Thank you very much for that message. Let's agree nothing is stopping your reggae. But the problem is, are you worried about where your beverage is coming from? Do you ask questions? a few weeks ago, about 3 months ago, not even a few weeks, about 3 months ago, a colleague of ours went to a very popular matching ground area in Port Harcourt. And after he bought his matching ground and had his drinks, his tummy was not the same for the better part of a week. Prior to that particular incident, he never used to care after all. Now there will they go drink. Now there will they go chop. Today is Friday. You will soon be going out. I know you will. Timmy and Tamino Tare, you are getting ready to go out. No problem. But as you are going out, where you're going to get your beverages in particular, are you concerned? And now that the prices are coming, they are already high. Are you going to be patronizing the local distilleries, the local distillers? That is, the people will be giving you ogogoro, kai kai, what else? What else? Monkey tail. I had one recently. Push me, I jam you. What in God's name is that? What in God's name is that? Please, if you know you have tried that drink before, please do let me know, because I need to know some of you that I should be avoiding. What in God's name is push me, I jam you? Are you part drinking it? All right. Messages now 009-030-6416. This one here says, hi Jude, good morning. It's always expensive when you're buying from regular places, but we know corals where we go to. That's from Alex. Alex, these corals that you are going to, do you know what? That's my concern. And it seems as though so far the 3 or 4 messages I have in front of me, you guys don't bother. It's just Friday. Let's go and drink. No one's concerned about their health? Well, after the break, I will read from the journal to you, and so that you guys know exactly why this should be taken seriously. 90.3 Nigeriainfo. We have airtime to give away. So during the break, I'm going to be buzzing some people with airtime. It's Friday, people. Friday. And yes, you can get intoxicated with us. It's safe. That's Nigeriainfo, that is, not anything else. No. I have over 60 messages. I'm actually having to go through from when I mentioned it at 9:15 a.m. up until now. I'm still receiving messages. All right. But once again, like I told you, it's strictly going to be the very first 5 messages that come onto the tab, which is why I'm going to the earliest read messages, or rather the earliest delivered messages to give them their airtime. So I've given about 2. Right now, we're on to the 3rd right now. And just so that everybody gets the feel and they know that it's not a hoax, all right? I'm going to be calling out the last 3 or 4 digits of those numbers. So if you get your airtime, please do us a favor and send us a message right now that, hey, you received it to the Nigeriainfo page. So the next number that we are loading with airtime right now ends with 8339. Okay, all right, let's quickly do this. All right, ain't nobody got time. All right, let's do this. All right, so if your number ends with 8339 and you think you were one of those people who sent us a message earlier on, get ready, because boom, we have just given you a time. That's how we roll. That's how we do. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we'll do that very shortly. Okay, well, it's okay. 67, it's okay. People, calm down. I'll tell you guys what. All right. Now, so those of you who can't get the airtime, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give 1 or 2 of you that have already sent your messages here. I'm just going to give 1 or 2 of you a ticket. All right. Give you a ticket to go to see, Pastor Talking Drums show very soon. How's that? How does that sound? All right. You get to go out, have fun with some of the best and brightest comedians and entertainers this side of the universe. All right. Courtesy here, 92.3 Nigeria Info. But before we do that, all right, I would like to ask you, as you prepare for your watering hole meetings later on this evening, are you concerned about where your drinks come from? Are you bothered that isiewu, that unkwobi, that pepper soup that you're going to buy, and you need to wash it down with something, a beverage? Are you concerned where it comes from? Are you concerned if it's the original one? Do you check? Those of you who are regular fellowship members and meet in the meeting houses, every Friday, please, it is imperative that you call in and share with us those tips that you use when you go out and you are singing and dancing. Yes.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
And now, hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
All right, don't forget our second question. Now that the prices are up, pump price for your standard bottle of beverages, your alcoholic beverage, has increased. It's almost 1,000 naira these days. Do you think the local distillers or distilleries, are they meeting your demand? Whether they are producing Owospere, Ogogoro Kai Kai, Monkey Tail. Remember I asked, I've never tried it before. What in God's name is Push Me, I Jam You? What in God's name is that, please? So those of you who are connoisseurs, please do share with me. That whatever that is. I don't know what it is that you are doing, but yes. All right, call us 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. At Nigeriainfo, PH at Nigeriainfo. PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo. PH at Nigeriainfo. PH, that's where you find us on Facebook and on X. All right, join the conversation. We're talking about beverages challenges in this area. Now, a few years ago, back in 2015, River State was in the center of a very terrible incident. And that incident was people were getting to the hospital after coming in contact with some tainted alcohol. It was bad. Tainted alcohol. Some died. I'll give you the stats, but some died. It was not pleasant. Now, I just got to read to you that same type of scenario has happened in India with at least 34 people, passing on. It's crazy. It is very, very crazy. So, let's hear from you. Are you bothered? Is this something that you should be looking at? When you go and buy your drinks, whether it's palm wine, are you worried? Do you even, where this woman they get this thing from? Do you ask questions? Silas is in Ahoda. Silas, good morning to you.
Between the roads.
Good morning, Silas.
A smaller vehicle fell into the ditch and the road is being blocked with trailers and other vehicles.
Where is this? So where is this, Silas? Where?
There were no place for people to pass.
Silas, where is this happening?
At Okobe and Ulokobo, between Okobe and Ulokobo.
Okay.
And a vehicle fell into the ditch. Trailers and other vehicles are coming from Ahoda axis and Indiana axis. The road is being blocked right now as I'm talking with you.
All right, Silas, thank you very much. I think
yes, if there is a way, please try to call people. Tell people to come and remedy the situation. The situation is getting out of hand. People are stranded. People are on the road standing. People are inside their vehicles, and nothing is being done on that road.
Well, that's definitely a call for the road safety officials. I'm very sure there are some on the federal highways. Ahoda is not too far. There is a report now that there is a bit of a traffic gridlock owing to vehicles getting into ditches. So please, we would like for those things. Yes, it says some of those places should be checked. All right, Frank is in LLA. Frank, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jude.
Good
not
morning.
Frank. It's Tom. It's Tom Polo from DJ Lele, not Frank.
Yes, good morning.
How are you, Jude?
Welcome.
You see, people don't begin to think about what they consume again because economical value. We do used to have palm wine, which is gotten from the palm tree. It is locally refined into alcohol when it is cooked after fermentation. Since people started using ethanol and methane as a substitute for all these our local gins, it's now a case of worry, Jude.
That's terrible.
Yes, when we do used to have the real original KK, ISI or whatever we used to call it, it is being gotten from palm wine that has been fermented and cooked. And this distillation process has to pass 2 or 3 other processes before we get this drink. It is a known drink right from our forefathers.
Frank, hello, Frank, can you hear me? I need to get on a call. But
Tompolo, not Frank.
I beg your pardon, Tompolo. So your view is that it's because of the economy, right? That's why people don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's assume they don't care. Let's assume they don't care, right? But those local places, I know some of the farmers and the palm tree tappers, in Wesina farms, for example, are they able to meet our needs right now?
You see, when I talk about the economical values, one, it's a very long process. You tap it, you leave the drink to ferment, then you go into distillation. And when you bring it out to the marketplace to sell, it's expensive because it's the original thing. But when people bring these cheap ones, this ethanol, and they buy it very cheap, they go and mix into drinks and other beverages. That is why you see the real palm wine that gives us this local gin. It's expensive because it's the real thing. But you see ethanol, it's a combination of many other substances that is not so helpful to our body system. So it kills. It becomes a poison at a particular time. If the ethanol value is more than the stipulated average percentage that the beverage is supposed to have, Some business you will see 43% volume alcohol, but if you check it, it's more than that. You see, and sometimes people are just bringing sharp practices. They will just get ethanol, find a bottling company, they bottle it and they label it and push it to the market. And because we want cheap things, we begin to begin to buy them. Really, medically, they are not fit. I think the ones our forefathers took, which we got from palm wine, which I do take now. I'm calling my name from DJ Lele.
All right, thank you very much. Messages now coming through WhatsApp and Telegram. This one says, good morning, Jude. Tari Williams says, my girlfriend ate at one of those roadside shops known as Mama Put. She almost lost her life. All night, she couldn't sleep. My brother, to be honest with you, since that very day, she's scared if I'm buying anything or eating from any of those Mama Put. Even the drinks there too. I don't buy or open drinks without checking for the expiry dates and the rest. But Tari, what about those drinks that you don't get to have bottled? Take for example your Zobo. Take for example your Kunu. What do you do? Zion is in GRA. Zion, good morning to you, please.
The prices are high, demand has dropped. That is just the truth. The demand has dropped. Do you know that to a large extent, we just succeeded in destroying our economy? The Nigerian economy is not cited at the IOC's product, though. The microeconomy is what that runs every country. This pepper, salt, this and that. Now look at what we've done. But the scary part of it is that amidst the prices are up, substandard are also part of the business now. Now the substandard wants to meet up to the situation. What will they do? They will just push it to you.
Oh dear.
Consumables for now.
Dear.
If you don't have a trusted source, be very careful. You will end up drinking poison.
Wow.
Now look at our local gin, which we produce from this side. A lot has happened over the period. The craft of finding it, those that knows how to refine this process, they are all dead. What we are seeing now are people just out for do. I see that man, I see me they do and will make I go try him. They are not truly taught. Most of the dry gin we are drinking are not really what that was really refined. Well, I have my trusted source from Bayelsa. Just a phone call, they will bring it for me. I need it always. Of course, now I can't take it away from us now, the job people. And also the palm wine. I have an elderly man. Jude, if I tell you that man, you will go wait for him. I will not go tell you where in there.
Thank you. I'm
This
on the
guy
straight and narrow.
is giving us the real palm wine. Every morning, especially weekend, like this morning now, he has brought the 10 liters for us. Over the weekend, they will take us. That is what we do. This guy gives us the real one from the tree.
How do you know it's the real one?
Because it's an elderly man. We have tried his product. We have asked him, and over the period, he has proven his integrity, and he has confirmed that he's the one tapping it. Personally, let's say I will not tell you his location.
No, don't worry.
Most of us normally see him. Just DM me, I will tell you where you get it. Now, on this other BS stuff, brother, the prices are high. Although that also narrows to where you are going to get it. Most of us are normally goes to the pub. Sometimes we get them 1,500, 2,000. Depends on the environment. But on the standard price, as in the, I think it's between 600 to 700 thereabout on the standard normal price. But how many of our brothers are still consuming it based on Town God is Friday mood? Now the Town God is Friday mood is dead, though.
Is
I'm
it?
telling you the truth.
Is
It's
it?
dead. You cannot get the real flavor.
Wow.
Except few of us that are trying to just, but no consign us, no baby cut them. Let's go out, let's get one or two based on logistics. But the truth is, based on the vibe that is used to be, you can just get to a bar. Somebody can just give you, collect 2 or 3. But now people are begging. Oh God, my throat don't dry you.
Wow.
You see, my brother, we are a problem. They are begging you. Oh God, my throat don't dry you. I've been a liar talk. Talk to a colleague. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Man, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
You see, I swear. No easy. Now God will help us because the thing we don't reach the wall.
So when Friday reach, everybody goes to their houses.
Some people don't even have the house itself.
What?
If you think okay, you have the house to go. Some people don't have the house to go. They remain in the street. Okay, now like now, if you want in like also like Odo or express road, you see somebody that is thinking that they have to get a job. Why is safe? But it's one that they give you. When you look at the safety, what's wrong?
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for sharing. We have Okonkwo and Rumokuta. Okonkwo, good morning to you. Welcome, please.
Good morning, Brother Jude.
Good morning.
In the past generation, we grew up and we heard that alcoholic drinks killed many of our ancestors in the past generation. And to that down to this our generation, alcoholic drinks still kill our people. Yet our people don't care. Brother Jude, apart from immediate death, as one takes it and dies immediately, like we are referenced in India. Brother Jude, are you aware that alcoholic drinks gradually destroys kidneys?
Well,
gradually destroys the liver. Gradually destroys the beta heart. Causes cancer and many other incurable diseases in the bodies of men and women. And I'm happy that the media people, in their professional wisdom, are busy talking this and giving the information and the awareness and the enlightenment. Yes, people do not care. I think I will be of the philosophy that people don't have value or regard for their lives. If it are not to be so, by now the issue of alcoholic drink, by now the issue of alcoholic drink would have come to an end. But let the media people continue to sensitize the society. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Okonkwo. Yes, doctors have said so for years. That's why alcoholism is a very, in fact, in the US is regarded as one of the deadliest diseases that they are facing at the moment. There's nothing wrong if you're taking a bottle or two or a glass or two of wine, but when you are hung up on it, it becomes a big problem. Now, let me cast your mind back to 2015, May, in this state. 84 persons in 5 local government areas were exposed to tainted alcohol, methanol poisoning at the time. Now, these are some of the stats. Let me share this with you. Now, of those affected, right, 72 of them were male. That's 85%. Were male, aged between 20 and 79. Of the 55% whose social demographic were obtained, 41 persons, that's 74%, were married. And 23, that's 41.8%, had primary education. So they knew something about something, right? Now, the case fatality rate was 83.3%, with an attack rate of 16 persons per 100,000 persons. Now, those exposed to ingestion of adulterated gin were 6 times more likely to develop methanol poisoning than those not exposed. So, that time, I remember very clearly, please don't drink it, don't drink it, don't drink local gin. If you're not buying from please don't drink, don't buy, don't sell. The government was carrying out researches. They sent out men and women into the field to try and track and trace and then put an end to it. But now that time has passed. But this year, in fact, from last year, if you remember, from last year into this year, the NDLEA, busted several fake distilleries, fake drink manufacturers, even here in Port Harcourt. Drinks that you would regularly buy, your beverages, and I'm talking about beverages that you will give children. They were all being manufactured in substandard places. In fact, they were being what's the name? They were being faked, adulterated products. And no, it is not a Nigerian thing, because even in Italy, they too were facing the same. They are facing the same problem. They are facing the same problem. And no, it's not just drinks. I'm talking about almost everything. In fact, some of the most sacred of things, are also being adulterated. In Italy, for example, a ring that was involved in the adulteration of olive oil was busted recently. Don't take my word for it. Go online, search for it. The olive oil that many Nigerians, many people all around the world like to use to cook, and obviously for spiritual purposes, to anoint the head of ministers, to pray on your doorpost and things like that. These guys were manufacturing fakes, labeling them as original, and they were pushing it out to the markets all over the world. That's what they were doing. So you have to be very careful. See why it's always important to always check and validate the products that you use? Very, very important. Facebook at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. Ijoma Lillian says, I am bothered. I do ask. I check sometimes, and I try to even call the producers. All right, Ijoma, thank you very much. Okay, all right. This one says, good morning, Jude. Okay. So okay, I've gotten the airtime. Thank you. Stanley, thank you very much. Hello, Jude. Is it possible for the final consumer to know the product from the genesis of the production? Where does it happen? In what country? That's a genuine concern. It has a point. It has a point. Jude, nobody goes to the pub and asks, please, who supplied the beer? But we know a good beer from a stale one. We drink responsibly. Interesting. Okay. All right. Whatever the case is, you have to be careful. Eze is my final caller. Eze, good morning to you. Eze, good morning. Eze no Igbo. Yeah. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
The question here, I don't really understand. Was mentioning alcohol.
I'm sorry. Okay, Eze, if you can please call back. That line is so unclear. I apologize. Couldn't hear you. Or you can send us a message. Messages come to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Okay. All right. This one says, Andrew, good morning. I think more people should be aware of these scenarios. The previous administration also tried to send some of those people who were making these kind of bad drinks in the area away, and people were fighting against it. We're talking about the lives of everybody around, whether you drink alcohol or not. Even regular soft drinks are also being faked. People should be careful. Buy only from trusted vendors, and if you have any complaints, report to the authorities. I agree. If you have any complaints, if something comes up that you don't feel right, and maybe you go to the hospital, the doctor says, mark where you got it from, and then make formal.